all you out there in YouTube land, this is Trans8010 and I'm back with another action figure review, and I'm really excited about this one. What is it? Well, already gone on for too long. It is the Legacy Dragon Dagger. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy line is hitting another one out of the park. This is possibly one of the greatest representations of a vintage box I've ever seen. This is a crazy authentic yet really exciting homage to a box, besides that of the Masters of the Universe. The original gold script is right there, and in a nice little gold foil, I should add. The picture of Dragon Zord. You got Tommy playing his flute. It's just all, it's a breathtaking box. It really does bring you back to 1993. And for those of you who don't believe me, of course, here is the original box. They even have the same exact picture of Tommy, or Burai, depending on your preferences, playing the original Dragon Dagger. See? See? Doesn't get any cooler than that. It displays your Dragon Dagger very nicely, so for those of you who like to play with your toys, you get to look and inspect at that toy, see if there are any little imperfections, which is something that I know I enjoy a lot. The size of the box, pretty much the same thing. You have Tommy playing his flute on one side and on the other side, but the top takes the cake. Look at that. You have profile shots of all 6 Rangers, starting with Green Ranger, then we weighted red, black, blue, pink, and yellow. Very nice little striking cell art. It's just awesome. I love it. I just love it. Turning the box around, you get that really cool flame work enveloping Tommy as he plays the Dragon Dagger. You have a really cool picture of the Dragon Dagger that is just larger than life on the back of this box. Tells you it plays the classic theme song, the Zords Combined tune, the Summoning Dragon Zord tune. It's got sounds from the original series, and you can press and hold on the mouthpiece for more sounds. That's just crazy. It's just crazy. Look at that's nuts. That is nuts. It's not you just have 3 sounds. You have the 3 additional sounds. That's 6 sounds. We only had 4 sounds on the original Dragon Dagger, and they were crap. I mean, they worked good for 1993, 1994, but really, in hindsight, they're crap. I can't believe it. I gotta open this up. This is just crazy. I cannot wait anymore. Oh yeah, there's also a story of Tommy played the Green Ranger, and if you want to, you can pause that and read it. But I'm moving on. Okay, upon opening the box, everything is nicely tucked into these really cool egg cartons. I love egg cartons. They protect your toys so much better than plastic and styrofoam. And they're biodegradable, so if you don't like these things, you throw them out. They actually degrade. They're not like styrofoam. They're better for the environment. So, yeah, win-win-win. Oh, that is nuts. That is nuts. That is just crazy. And for a rare time, you're actually going to see me behind the table. That's right. I'm going to have to actually get behind the table so I can show this thing in more better detail. Okay, so here it is. This is the Dragon Dagger. Here it is compared to me. I'm about 6 feet tall, so that pretty much tells you how big this thing is. In another size comparison, I brought with me the original Red Ranger, because he's what I have on handy right now. And his head just reaches the top of the hilt. So the hilt itself is about a little less than 8 inches tall in itself. That is nuts. This thing is huge. Alright, but now, onto this. This thing is nice. I just gotta say, I really do love all the little gold detailing. That is 24 karat gold plating, but unfortunately, it's not worth its weight in gold. The gold itself, you probably got maybe $10 or maybe $20 worth of gold actually in here. It's just a light little dust that's put into the gold paint and swirled up a little bit to make it all nice and shiny. That's really all what gold plating is. So you're not going to be worth anything in gold. It just makes the toy look nice and shiny. And I gotta say, I really do love all the little descriptive little little details that is undeniably a characteristics of the Dragon Dagger. From the gold piping that comes all the way around to the mouthpiece to the different buttons to the gold piece on the hilt, everything's nice. And instead of a nice little green sticker like we got in 1993, this is all raised textured detailing right here. Very, very nice. The point, it does come to a point like the original one did, and much like the original, it is a soft PVC rubberized plastic, so they can actually sell this as a toy. The insignia right here, still present, very, very nice. It's still very much reflective and just so beautiful. And they even got the one on the backside too. That's actually pretty cool. And it even has the really cool little speaker noise, just like the original one had. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of engineering. It was a beautiful piece of engineering for the original prop in 1992, and it's still a marvelous piece here. It's heavy. This thing has got to weigh at least 2 or 3 pounds. This thing is heavy. To turn it on, all you got to do is just click this piece here, and you got your first sound right there. Your little clashing dagger sound. Now, just hold it up to your lips, press the first sound, a little clashing, another clashing, and a Power Rangers swish. Now, for the fun part. Just push it up to your lips or your chin, press the sound again, okay, that got the Power Rangers theme. Now, you have to hold this together. You have to really hold this down or else it doesn't play the sound all the way through. That's one of the things that I really don't like about this toy. I think if you were to hold it down and then press, you should be able to let it go. Maybe they'll do a running change, but it's just a little minor nitpick. Alright, so that's the middle button. This button here, that is the Dragon Zord Battle Attack. This is the one that Tommy would play, Burai would play as well, very similar tune, that would get Dragon Zord into battle ready mode. That right there, this button, that's the one that would actually call the Dragon Zord out of the ocean. Rita's monsters are too much for Megazord, it's time to bring out the big guns. Let's do that again. Just marvelous. Marvelous. Now, there are some things that I do have to put a little additional nitpick on. Now, the paint itself is pretty well done. There's really only 2 pieces of paint, and that's just the gold trim and I think this little green band here. Other than that, it's just unpainted green plastic, the gray plastic pieces, and the black for the hilts. Everything else is painted. Now, there are some parts of it that aren't really painted all that well. You can see a little bit of the smudging here on the insignia, and right here on the very bottom piece right here, you can see some discoloration for where it wasn't painted properly. And for a toy that you're spending $79.99 on, which actually now, as I look on ToysRUs.com, they have actually jumped to $99. That is crazy. You would think that they would actually get the paint at least right on every piece. Now, for a mass market toy, this thing has got some nice little paint to it. There isn't all that much smudging, but there's just a couple of details that I notice. They're very minor, but for what you're spending, you would think that they would get this perfect. But other than that, it's got great balance. It's got some heft. It plays 6 sounds, and it's the Dragon Dagger. What more can you ask for? This is a wonderful toy, and if you can afford it, I would ask you to go for it. I mean, these things are going to sell out big time. Once they start really pushing these things out, they're starting to show up in stores, and you could probably pre-order them on Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, stuff like that. But until Toys R Us really starts to push things into stores, these things are going to be quite difficult and very costly on the secondary market. There are people asking $200 for these on eBay for just a single piece. That's outrageous. But like I said, if you really want one, you gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. It's just an amazing, amazing piece, and I'm really excited to add this to my collection. I really am. This is Transato10, and I am signing off. And because I promised, here is a comparison with the original Dragon Dagger. Notice just how small and quaint this little thing looks like compared to today. Even the insignia, I just can't help but notice how different the insignia looks compared to this one. Look at that. That's just crazy. We've come a long way, haven't we? We've come a long way from 1994 to 2014. That is just nuts.